Addition and subtraction of functions. In this lesson, you are expected to perform addition and subtraction of functions. But before that, let us have a review on addition and subtraction of real numbers. First, remember this one. Same signs, add and copy the sign. For unlike signs, say for example, negative 5 plus positive 3, all you have to do is to subtract and copy the sign of the bigger number. Let us also review on combining like terms. We call like terms if they have the same variable part. For example, 3x and 4x are like terms, but 3x and 4y are not like terms. For better understanding, let us identify the different parts of a term. For example, we have here 3x squared. 3 is known as the numerical coefficient or coefficient. X is known as the variable, and 2 is known as the exponent. Okay, so you cannot combine terms with different variables. You can only combine terms with the same variable and exponent. Okay, so that means you can combine 3x and 4x. Okay, that is equal to 7x. But you cannot combine 3x and 4y because they have different variables. X and y are different. Okay, now let us have the definitions of addition and subtraction of functions. Let's start with addition of functions. Given two functions, f and g, the sum of two functions, f plus g, is defined by the equation f plus g of x equals f of x plus g of x. For subtraction of functions, given two functions, f and g, the difference of two functions, f minus g, is defined by the equation f minus g of x equals f of x minus g of x. Take note of the following definitions because we will be using them in adding and subtracting functions. These are the steps in adding and subtracting functions. First, write out the functions that being added or subtracted. Second, create an addition or subtraction problem using the two formulas or definitions. Then add or subtract like terms. And finally, follow the same process for adding or subtracting more than two functions. Okay, let us have the following examples. Given g of x equals x squared minus 1, h of x equals x plus 1, f of x equals 6x minus 1, and p of x equals x plus 5. Find the following. Number 1, g plus h of x. Number 2, g minus h of x. Number 3, f plus p of x. And number 4, f minus p of x. Okay, let us have example number 1. Given g of x equals x squared minus 1 and h of x equals x plus 1. Find g plus h. So for the solution, let's write out the function. Starting with the definition we have here, g plus h of x equals g of x plus h of x. And then we will substitute the functions. So for our g of x, we have x squared minus 1. And for our h of x, we have x plus 1. Next, let's combine like terms. Let's start with the highest exponent, and that is x squared. So as you can see, there is only one x squared. So that means we will just copy or simply bring down x squared. Next, let's proceed to x. Okay, so the same, no? We only have one x. So let's bring down x again. So we have here x squared and x. So what happened to negative 1 and positive 1? So if you notice, they have different signs. So different signs we subtract, no? So when we subtract negative 1 and positive 1, that is equal to 0. So we will not write 0 anymore. Therefore, our final answer is x squared plus x. Okay. Okay, let us have example number 2. The same given, we have g of x equals x squared minus 1 and h of x equals x plus 1. But this time, you are going to find g minus h. So for the solution, the same. Write out the function starting with the definition, which is g minus h of x equals g of x minus h of x, and then substitute the functions. We have x squared minus 1 minus x plus 1. Okay, before we combine like terms, we will distribute the minus sign here to x and positive 1. So let's copy first x squared minus 1 and then distribute negative sign to x and 1. So negative times positive x, that is equal to, so for a while class, I will use some pointer, laser pointer. So this one class. Okay, so this one, this negative sign here or the minus sign, let's distribute this to x and positive 1. So negative times positive x, that is equal to negative x. Okay, remember that negative times positive is equal to negative. Okay, negative times negative is equal to positive. Okay, positive times positive is equal to positive. Positive times negative is equal to negative. Okay, remember that. So we have now x squared minus 1 minus x minus 1. Okay, so let's combine. Now, combine like terms, we have here. So as you can see, we only have one x squared. So let's just copy x squared. The same with negative x. We only have one negative x. So we will just copy negative x. But we have negative 1 and negative 1. No? So this is it. X squared minus x. Copy, copy, and then combine. No? Combine. Like signs, add. So negative 1 plus negative 1 is equal to negative 2. So our final answer is equal to x squared minus x minus 2. Next, let us have example number 3. Given f of x equals 6x minus 1 and p of x equals x plus 5. Find f plus p. So for the solution, write out the function. We have the definition f plus p of x equals f of x plus p of x. And then substitute the functions. So we have 6x minus 1 plus x plus 5. Okay, next, combine like terms. So combining like terms, we have 6x and x. See that? So we have 6x plus x, that is equal to 7x. We can also combine -1 and +5. So unlike sign, subtract and copy the sign of the bigger number. So -1 plus 5, that is equal to +4. So our final answer is 7x plus 4. That's it. Up next, we have example number 4. Given f of x equals 6x minus 1 and p of x equals x plus 5. Find f minus p. So the same, write out the function. Starting with the definition, we have f minus p of x equals f of x minus p of x. And then substitute the function. So we have 6x minus 1 minus x plus 5. Next, let's distribute the minus sign to x and 5. Okay, so copy x minus, 6x minus 1, and then negative times x is negative x, negative times positive 5 is negative 5. Combining like terms, we have 6x and negative x. So, unlike signs, we subtract and copy the sign of the bigger number. Okay, so that means we have 6x minus x is equal to 5x. And then we can also combine -1 and -5. Like signs, add and copy the sign. So -1 plus -5 is equal to -6. So we have 5x minus 6 as our final answer.